For the price of a cup of coffee, you could dodge a repair bill bigger than most mortgage payments. That tiny blue and yellow can sitting in your garage isn't just for squeaky hinges. Its real automotive magic could quietly protect your car from catastrophic breakdowns, while its hidden dangers could cost you a fortune in destroyed components. But what if almost everything you thought you knew about WD-40 is only half the story? We're about to uncover the true automotive purposes behind WD-40, revealing why professional mechanics trust it for some critical jobs but absolutely forbid its use in others. Stick around, because later you'll discover the single automotive component where WD-40 should never ever make contact, plus how choosing the wrong WD-40 formula could destroy your entire repair project. Quick question before we dive deep. Suppose you found an online hack promising to erase ugly scratches with just a spray of WD-40. Would you risk trying it on your paint? Or maybe you're the type who doubles down on DIY solutions regardless of the consequences. Drop your wildest car maintenance myth or strangest WD-40 experiment in the comments below. Your story might just spark a heated debate or save a fellow car enthusiast from an expensive mistake. Tip number 1. Hidden leak detector. Here's a question your mechanic probably won't answer. How do you find an engine vacuum leak for pennies? No scanner needed. Just a light spray of WD-40 near those tangled hoses could send your engine's idle jumping, pointing to the exact spot air is sneaking in and sabotaging your fuel economy. When that invisible leak is sucking in unmetered air, your engine compensates by running rich, burning extra fuel and potentially damaging expensive components like oxygen sensors and catalytic converters over time. Tip number 2. Silent protector of electronics. Ever wonder why some cars coast through rain and electrical nightmares while others fail at the slightest drizzle? The secret lies in understanding WD-40's original superpower, displacing moisture from critical electrical connections. A quick shot on dried battery terminals, fuse boxes, or connector plugs forms an invisible barrier that outlasts storms and prevents the corrosion that kills expensive electronic modules. But here's the professional twist that separates smart DIYers from costly mistakes. If you're working around delicate sensors, computer modules, or modern fuel injection components, standard WD-40 can leave residues that interfere with sensitive electronics. Word count 807 words. Tip number 3. The weather strip saver. Picture this scenario. You rush to your car on a freezing morning, yank the door handle, and nothing happens. Most drivers immediately blame frozen locks, but the real culprit is often brittle, neglected weather stripping that's seized solid against the door frame. Here's where most people make a critical mistake. Standard WD-40 can actually dry out rubber over time, making the problem worse in the long run. The game changer is WD-40 silicone spray formula, specifically designed to keep rubber seals soft, flexible, and completely watertight. Apply it to door seals, trunk gaskets, and sunroof strips, then wipe away excess to prevent dirt attraction. This small maintenance habit could prevent thousands in water damage from leaking seals that let moisture into electrical systems, upholstery, and sensitive electronics. Professional detailers swear by this method because silicone doesn't break down rubber like petroleum-based products. The difference seems subtle but makes all the difference. Flexible seals mean dry interiors, working electronics, and no mold problems that destroy resale value. Tip number 4. Paint's secret defender. What looks like harmless tree sap is actually a chemical time bomb slowly eating through your car's clear coat. Left untreated, sap hardens into a permanent stain that requires expensive paint correction or even full panel repainting. WD-40's solvent action works like a gentle dissolving agent, breaking down even the most stubborn tree gunk so you can lift it away without aggressive scraping that damages your finish. The technique requires patience. Spray lightly, let it work for 30 seconds, then use a microfiber cloth to gently remove the softened residue. But here's the critical follow-up step most people skip. Immediately wash the area with soap and water to remove any WD-40 residue, then apply a coat of wax for complete protection. This process can salvage thousands in clear coat damage while preserving your car's showroom appearance. Professional detailers use this method because it's safer than harsh solvents and more effective than scraping. The key is acting fast. Fresh sap removes easier than aged, hardened deposits. Your paint job depends on quick action and proper technique. Tip number 5. License plate lifesaver. Here's something boring that could cost you big. Faded, illegible license plates can trigger traffic stops and fines in many states before you even realize there's a problem. What starts as minor oxidation quickly becomes a visibility issue that attracts unwanted police attention and potential citations. A strategic WD-40 application followed by careful wiping can rejuvenate dull metal plates in seconds, restoring legibility and saving you from roadside hassles. Think of this as an instant cosmetic upgrade that doubles as legal insurance for less than the cost of a fast food meal. The process is simple but requires the right approach. Spray lightly to avoid drips, work with a clean cloth, and focus on characters rather than trying to restore factory shine. Don't expect showroom reflections because WD-40 restores readability, not lost luster, but that's exactly what law enforcement needs to see. This quick maintenance step keeps you legal while showing attention to detail that could influence how officers perceive you during any traffic encounter. Sometimes the smallest details make the biggest difference in staying ticket-free. Tip number 6, bolt and rust breaker. You know that heart-stopping moment when a critical bolt starts to snap under pressure? WD-40 Specialist Penetrant could be the difference between a simple repair and a nightmare extraction job that costs hundreds in broken parts and labor. This isn't your standard WD-40, it's specifically engineered with advanced penetrating agents that use capillary action to creep into microscopic spaces and break the chemical bonds holding rust together. The science is impressive. This formula can reduce the torque needed to free stuck bolts by nearly 50%, saving your knuckles and your project timeline. But timing is everything here. Spray generously and work fast before the solvent evaporates, especially on hot components where evaporation happens rapidly. For stubborn cases, apply multiple treatments over several minutes rather than forcing immediate results. Professional mechanics rely on this method because it prevents the bolt breakage that turns quick fixes into major headaches requiring drilling, tapping, or welding repairs. The investment in the right penetrant pays for itself the first time it saves you from a broken bolt disaster. Smart preparation beats brute force every single time. Tip number 7, chrome's fast track to shine. If you dread spending hours polishing chrome accessories, this revelation will change your entire detailing routine. WD-40's carefully balanced blend of mineral spirits and protective oils cuts through road grime, water spots, and oxidation on contact, delivering professional results in a fraction of the time traditional chrome polishes require. Contrary to popular misconceptions, quality WD-40 contains no harsh acids that could damage delicate chrome surfaces, and it actually leaves behind a thin water-repelling barrier that helps prevent future spotting and corrosion. The application technique makes all the difference. Spray lightly on cool surfaces, work in small sections with a microfiber cloth, and buff to reveal instant mirror-like gleam that rivals expensive specialty products. This method works brilliantly on bumpers, exhaust tips, trim pieces, and aftermarket accessories without the elbow grease or toxic fumes of aggressive polishes. Professional detailers often use this as their secret weapon for quick touch-ups between full detail sessions. The time savings alone makes this technique invaluable for maintaining show car appearance with minimal effort. Sometimes the simplest solutions deliver the most impressive results. Tip number 8, the engine reviver. When unexpected rain or an overzealous car wash floods your ignition system and leaves you stranded with a no-start condition, WD-40 becomes an emergency lifeline that could save you from expensive towing fees and diagnostic charges. Moisture in spark plug wells, distributor caps, or ignition coil connections disrupts the electrical spark needed for combustion, but WD-40's moisture-displacing formula can chase out water and restore spark in minutes. The safety protocol is non-negotiable. Disconnect the battery first, ensure the engine is completely cool, and never spray on hot components where ignition could occur. Target specific problem areas like spark plug boots, coil connections, and distributor components rather than soaking everything indiscriminately. This emergency technique works because WD-40 displaces water while providing temporary insulation that helps electricity flow properly through compromised connections. Professional roadside technicians carry WD-40 specifically for these moisture-related starting problems because it's faster and safer than waiting for natural evaporation. While this won't fix deeper flood damage or mechanical problems, it often gets you moving when weather creates electrical chaos. Emergency preparedness means carrying the right tools for common problems. Now's when we need your curiosity. Subscribe for more mechanic-backed maintenance wisdom and insider car care hacks. Your next click could be the difference between a smooth ride and a sky-high repair bill. Tip number 9, the masked scratch trap. Those viral social media videos showing WD-40 magically erasing car scratches? Here's the expensive reality check that could save you thousands. The oil temporarily fills scratch grooves, creating an optical illusion that makes damage appear to vanish until the coating wears away. This deceptive effect attracts dirt, dust, and contaminants that actually make the original scratches worse while creating new swirl marks that dull your entire clear coat permanently. What starts as a quick cosmetic fix becomes a paint correction nightmare, requiring professional wet sanding, polishing, and potentially complete panel repainting that can cost thousands of dollars. Real scratch repair requires proper assessment. Surface scratches need polishing compounds, while deeper scratches need touch-up paint and clear coat application that bonds permanently with your finish. Professional detailers cringe at these WD-40 scratch tricks because they create more work and expense than the original damage warranted. Instead of masking problems, invest in proper scratch repair kits that actually restore your paint rather than hiding damage temporarily. Your clear coat's long-term health depends on real solutions, not social media shortcuts that cause bigger problems down the road. Tip number 10. Catastrophic oil substitute. Here's a mistake that could literally destroy your engine in minutes. Some misguided enthusiasts actually pour WD-40 directly into their oil filler, mistaking this thin solvent for proper engine lubricant. This catastrophic error stems from WD-40's name, water displacement 40th formula, which has nothing to do with engine lubrication despite containing some petroleum distillates. Engine oil is specifically engineered to maintain viscosity under extreme heat and pressure while providing a protective film between metal surfaces moving at thousands of RPMs. WD-40, by contrast, is a thin penetrating oil designed to displace moisture and free stuck parts, not survive the brutal environment inside your engine. The damage happens fast. Bearings seize without proper lubrication, pistons score cylinder walls, and connecting rods can literally break apart, sending metal fragments throughout the engine block. This mistake can total your engine completely, creating repair bills that exceed the vehicle's value and potentially requiring a complete engine replacement costing tens of thousands of dollars. Professional mechanics have seen this disaster multiple times, and it's always preventable with basic product knowledge. Stick to actual engine oil rated for your vehicle, no substitutes, no shortcuts, no exceptions allowed. Tip number 11. The brake system nightmare. Nothing on your vehicle is more critical than reliable stopping power, which makes this next mistake potentially deadly. WD-40 and brake systems create a dangerous combination that compromises your safety and everyone around you. The lubricating properties that make WD-40 useful for stuck bolts become a nightmare when they contaminate brake rotors, pads, or drum surfaces that depend entirely on friction for stopping power. Even worse, WD-40 can penetrate rubber brake lines, seals, and hoses, causing them to swell, deteriorate, and eventually leak brake fluid, a failure that results in complete brake system collapse. Professional mechanics never use WD-40 anywhere near brake components, because the consequences are potentially catastrophic. Extended stopping distances, brake fade under pressure, and complete pedal loss in emergency situations. The contamination spreads invisibly, affecting braking performance gradually until a critical moment when you need maximum stopping power and discover your brakes can't deliver. For brake system maintenance, always use dedicated brake cleaner that evaporates completely without leaving residues that interfere with friction surfaces. When it comes to brakes, there are no acceptable shortcuts or alternative products. Use only brake-specific chemicals designed for life-critical systems. You've just armed yourself with WD-40 wisdom that separates smart DIYers from expensive disaster victims. Understanding what to spray, where to avoid it completely, and which specific formula matches each automotive challenge. The difference between success and catastrophe often comes down to choosing the right product for the right application. What saves hundreds in one scenario could cost thousands in another. Remember that WD-40's versatility is both its greatest strength and its biggest trap for uninformed users who assume one product works everywhere. Hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss these money-saving insights that your mechanic probably won't share voluntarily.